Last matchup of the first round, 4-5, Suns, Clippers. Not sure if Paul George. They say he might be back for game 3.
Is he? Okay.
That's they said, but I don't know that that's just the thing. I saw him shooting
2
around.
games.
4 or 5.
And that's a maybe coming back from the injury.
That's a 4 or 5.
What you got, Gabe? What you got, Gabe?
I really wish Paul George played.
I do too. I want to see the team's healthy.
Dude, I'll say this. If Paul George played, I think this game goes to 7. And if he played, it goes either way. In my opinion.
If he comes back game 3, what are you saying?
See, but game 3 is 2 games down. And if Kawhi and West,
Already.
no, 2 games without him. Not 0-2.
Like what if the Clippers what if Russell Westbrook just has doesn't turn the ball over and
dude, if LA wins game, see, like I said, if LA wins game 1, right? Like they come out the gate, and Westbrook and Kawhi go crazy. Like if they win first game, I still think Suns win in 6. If they don't win the first game,
and
I think
Paul George comes back. I'm not saying you're right or wrong. I'm just asking you.
If Paul George, if LA wins first game, right? That's like the Suns court, and Paul George comes back 3rd. I think.
Okay, I'm about to die. Keep talking.
It goes to game 7, and if I had to put my guess online, I'd say LA wins in 7. If Paul George comes back and they win game 1, if they don't do those things,
what do you have as it stands right now?
As it stands right now, I have Phoenix in like 5 or 6. Okay. Just the way it is. No Paul George.
Keep this quick. I got Phoenix in 5 or 6 also. I think Kevin Durant is the best player in the playoffs from previous seasons. Besides last year, the Celtics are just better than them. I got Suns in 5 or 6 because no Paul George, which is a huge factor.
Does your opinion change if he comes back like game 2 or game 3?
No, because it's already going to be over. I think if without Paul George, they're going to lose every game.
No, but what about the first game? It's in Suns. You expect the Suns to win, right? Let's say he comes back game 2. Then it's like, okay, now you're like, you lost one game.
100% though.
Correct. He won't be, but it'll be better than having no Paul George.
Yeah.
Do
They
you
still
think?
got to defend him like he's Paul George.
I'm not saying I'm not saying Clippers are going to win. I'm saying, doesn't that change the dynamic a little bit or a lot if Paul George is there?
Because he might be a liability, to say it at least.
You think so?
I don't know how healthy he is, honestly.
You think he won't be playing good even coming back from he's been, I don't know.
He's solid, but I think Terrence Mann might be better than him. That's all.
That's crazy. I don't know about that.
Listen, please.
I agree with the him not being 100%. And
can you retract that Terrence Mann statement?
Dude, the safety's like 30%. Okay.
I'm taking 50% Paul George over. I might even take 25, 35.
25, you can barely run.
Yeah.
25 is kind of crazy.
He should not be playing 25.
50%.
Okay, no, but when he's clear to play, is what I meant.
Well, he shouldn't be clear to play. He's going to play because it's the playoffs. But if he's at 50%, I'll take 50 over Terrence Mann at 100.
I'll take 50 over 150%
Terrence Mann. Either way, even if Paul George was playing, I'd say Phoenix in 6.
It's unfortunate.
Kevin Durant is just a different animal to me in the playoffs.
They should have a better team, I think.
That's Devin Booker's a different animal in the playoffs also.
The depth of the Suns is a little underrated too. A lot of people say, well, obviously they don't have the best depth in the league by any means, but Okogie, Terrence Ross,
they all play hard.
Torrey Craig, they have decent. Of course, these guys aren't fucking all-star players, but they're decent depth. So it'll be good enough, and the starting 5 is there. We'll see what Ayton does. I think that's an X factor for the Suns
too. I forgot about him.
He's an X factor though, because on any given night he could play like Kwame Brown or
Zoo was clapping him up. Big Zoo. Big Zoo.
But I mean, he only has a solidified role. Just do a role, get rebounds, and once you get touches in the paint, just make those shots.
Yeah. So they do need him though. He's got to set good screens. Because CP3 is not going to look to. I mean, maybe he will. I don't know what CP3 is going to be on this series because he's old, and during the regular season he wasn't on shit. But it could be time to turn up in the playoffs. The one thing I'll say, I'm with you here. I got Suns over Clips in 6, but the one X factor for the Clippers to win is Scott Foster.
I forgot, but he's not gonna ref every single game.
He's not, but
he'll give him one. He's
a generational CP3 hater.
Yeah.
What is that? 0-13 again? When Scott Foster refs his
I can't
game.
wait for that Westbrook revenge game as well. He drops 30 or some shit on KD. The narratives.
One good game in the series.
One good game.
Yeah.
He plays 3.5 quarters.
I mean, he'll have a decent game. I'm talking about good.
He's a wild card, bro.
He'll have one good game.
If he's for whatever reason he could have a few good games and that could change the series completely.
If he makes shots, he's good. Because I remember in LA they left him open. He made shots. This is like a regular season game, a week ago. And the AD's like, our whole plan was to leave him open, and he hit those things. Like if he hits those things in the Suns, I don't know if they're gonna leave him wide open or.
I don't know. We'll see.
But also if he starts breaking his shots and then turns the ball over, they could also get swept. That's how much I think Westbrook is a factor.
He sways the difference.
Yeah, because it's if he plays efficiently, and he even hits the 3-point shots that they give him, it could change because then they can't just sag off him. They gotta respect the shot. He can drive and kick to, you know what I mean? It's a big difference. And he's not turning the ball over. He's taking care of it. You just never know who you're gonna get.
He hasn't been past. I don't think he's been past the first round ever since KD left in any team.
Yeah, he has. But
All right.
We'll see.
yeah. All right.
I'm going 5.
You go Suns at 5. All right.